Hi there, and welcome to my video. This is to do with Capricho Arable from my Guitar Fingers book 3, where I've transcribed really well-known popular songs that are originally at higher levels, and I've retranscribed them down to about intermediate levels. I think there's 4 songs in this book, all really nice ones, and today's video is going to start with Capricho Arable by Tariga. It's originally in D minor, but I've transcribed it to A minor. The melodic line is exactly the same. It's obviously just some changes to the bass and the harmonic structure, but amazingly it transcribed really well and has come out and sounds really exactly like the original song, so I was really pleased with that. Straight away we'll go into the main parts of it. I'm just going to do the A section today. That's the introduction. It's up to about bar 25, I think it is 25 or 26. I'll do 3 videos, one for this one for the middle section and one for the third section, so we call those ABCs, to just keep the videos nice and short. On the Sheet Music Plus website, it might be called Arrange Me now, I put this version up, which is just music notation only, but I've also put up versions with the tab as well. I think really when you're getting to play at these levels, you really perhaps should try and read the music a bit more, because it's going to help you with the rhythm side of things. Let's go straight away. Let's have a look at this introduction section, the first 14 bars, and we start off with some harmonics that mimic the original version, and of course this beautiful evocative sounding run. Okay, there's an exact repeat of that. So harmonics, fret 7, strings 6 and 5, the E and A, just playing lightly over the frets if you've not done harmonics before, but really if you're playing these songs, I guess you kind of have done. There we go, get a nice sound. I'm not planning to do a note by note exactly where everything is here, because as I say, if you're playing at these levels, you're probably reasonably familiar with these higher level songs. I'm just going to give you some tips on where I play things to make it more comfortable well, I think generally more comfortable for playing. I was going to say just for me, but everybody's different, so we can all play notes in different places, that's fine. I'll show you how I do it. So there's your harmonics. Now your D to B run. Do these in groups of 4 to help you. That's the trick. Don't try and attempt everything in one go. Get comfortable in where you're playing and what you're doing. So we've got the first 4 notes, D, B, A and G sharp, played with the descending slurs. And just get used to that. You can speed that up eventually when you want to, it's no problem. We're in this position now for the B to A, F to E, so that's my second group of 4, and then the slurs, the remaining slur. Okay, so that's a counted 1, 2, and then we go. Okay, I just did a little roll on that chord just to give it some emotion. First tip. Okay, so F and A I'm playing with fingers 3 and 1, because then I'm just going to go down and form that E chord by adding that finger 2 on that B. So that just means I can just move those down nice and comfortably. So these are the little tips that I plan to give you. Obviously try your own ways and find out what's smooth, no gaps and nice and legato. So if you're having to jump fingers and you lose a note, maybe not always the best thing to do. It can just make it seem a little bit jumpy and so forth. Right, so we've got a straightforward repeat of that, and then a little run up before we get this very complicated rundown in bar 11. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got, remember, a dotted crotchet, so we've got 1.5 beats before the G sharp, so we get 1, 2 and 3, and there you could play that B to a D as a slur, and again I've marked in where like there's lots of slurs. I probably added some which I think are also just kind of nice sounding. They just make things nice and smooth. You don't have to play them with slurs. There's parts where it's definitely played with slurs because that gives it the smooth sound. But maybe you can add slurs in other places as well, descending and ascending, going up and down. You could just descending slur there. Yeah, from that F to the E if you want. And then we get a glissando. So after that F to E, I put my finger 4 on a G. And we're going to go, where are we going to go? We're going to go to a B. I was right. So I don't hold that G and go up. What I do is this. I strike to the G, but immediately go to the B there. Just pull back on that A. It's the end of the phrase, so just a nice little bit of vibrato. You can do the vibrato on the B as well if you want. Right, so that takes us to bar 11, the big rundown. Looks really complicated and a little bit scary, but here's the tricks. Break everything down into a beat and then break it down again to make it even smaller. Work out your positions, where you're going to be. The tab will show you that, what I've done, and I'll show you here now as well. So I'm going to go in threes. For the 6 semiquavers in a beat, we're just going to go in threes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I don't have to try and count 6 and play really fast. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same again with the next ones. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to demi-semiquavers, but it's just splitting each half beat into 4 instead of each half beat into 3 for the 6s there. So we start with the B. Okay, B, E, A, G sharp, F, E, D, C, D. Yeah, and then I've gone up to my F. So when I get to that B, I'll go from the E. And I glissandoed. And then I hit that F when I get up there as well. Here I'm just using all fingers. Don't change the thumbs here, it can be a bit complicated to twist your hand over. You might see some... Here's another thing, you're going to see lots of people on different videos do things different ways. I'll just give you my versions and I'll explain why I do that. I don't swap from fingers to thumbs when I just go down to these low notes, just simply because it's easier to keep the fingers going. I'll just do that slow motion to help there. E, D, C, strike the B, descending up to the F. So it sounded a bit funny doing it that way, but there you go. Back to the E. Okay, so that was in 3/4. Now we change to common time, 4/4 we call it. And this is bar 13, and this is just the end of this introduction part. So I form that chord before I start with the A and C. What do I have there? That's it. So finishing that E7th chord. A little repeat almost. Make the bass more pronounced. These chords on that weak beats, off beats, are just harmonic. But the nice bit, the moving part, if you like, the interesting part is this. Piano quiet, echo effect. Okay, so louder, quiet, sorry, loud, quiet, loud, quiet, loud, quiet. Now overall quieter. That should have been an E. Right, so take your time, break everything down into little bits and play this with a lot of emotion. It's lento, it's slow, it's all about the feel and getting just the emotion of the song right and just that lovely Spanish sound. Bar 15, so this is what I call the A section. This is the first main section we've got. We've got 2 others after this and then there's a repeat of this section. Form the chord before you start. So I've got my finger 2 on E and finger 1 on that C there. Make the melody line sing out. Yeah, so that's what we want to hear, somebody like whistling that tune, and the rest needs to be soft underneath it. So let's get this right. So we get quiet, loud, quiet, loud, quiet. And then we've got to repeat, haven't we? Quiet. Got some crescendos there to help build the emotion. A little pull away now for the G to the F. Now a little bit of a build up. Okay, so let me just go through that bit because I'll explain why the fingerings that I use. Once we get to the B with the D sharp E, finger 1 on the F sharp, 1, 3, 4 now for F sharp, G sharp, A. Okay, now I don't want to keep walking finger 4 up and up and up like that. It's much better to use different fingers so you don't get stuck with one finger and some other issues that arise from doing that. It's not big issues, but this is why I do it, so that I get... Now my finger 4 can play that high C, fret 8. Bar A now at fret 5 allows me to now do this pull away from C to B. Yeah, and my finger 3 is already now on that B. So just moving it up, it's in position now to allow the bar A to go down behind it at fret 5, just 3 strings, no need for a big bar A. Sorry. Yeah, and then just play the 2. It's a low E with that A afterwards. So there's some reasonings there why I don't just use one finger to walk up and down the strings. Move that bar A down 1 fret, and you've got a B on fret 4 of string 3, and allows you to play that G sharp already under the bar A. Now some people might want to say, well, I want to play an open B. It's fine, do whatever you want, but just moving bar A 1 back makes it nice and simple. I don't really have to think about things. Then we get our rundown. That's coming into bar 19 now. Descending slurs again now. Ascending slur. Yeah, so just get the right notes, and we get all this beautiful smooth playing. Finishing off now with change C sharp, finger 3, and keep those fingers 2 and 3 down, because now we're going to play like an arpeggio across the strings. I'm going to go thumb, thumb, I, M, A, thumb, thumb, I, M, A, and that's really allows me to play lovely across the strings there. Up to that B flat, fret 6. Just another little pause on there. On the A, and here we go for a big finale run-ups and run-downs now. So we've got the trill from F to A, D and F. Finger 1 on the E, F, sorry, allows me then to play those 2 notes and put fingers 2 and 3 down and hold that F rather than letting it go. The big run-up. Count these in 4s and learn each one methodically. F to E, G, A to G sharp with the slurs. Now you've got B to A. I've moved up fingers 2 and 1 for the C to the B there, and that allows me to finger 4 then to just reach to that B. The rundown, again just doing it in 4s, is similar to what we've done before but slight variation. Yeah, so there's the rundown. D to B, A to G sharp, now my next 4, B to A, F to E, G to F this time, D to B, A to F, with the bass with the G sharp, and then the E. You could use your thumb again there if you want to, or just use your finger, it doesn't matter. But whatever you do, make sure it's comfortable for you. So going in fours. Long note at the end. Go really slowly, learn each of those in fours and build them up. We've got all things like poco crescendo and all these things and written aboves and whatever and that. Just learn them mechanically first and then add the dynamics that we need to. Finishing off with little rundowns. Again, make the moving notes, the more interesting ones, the bass notes. Quiet, loud, quiet, loud. Piano, just a quieter dynamic. Then of course we go back to the cymbal at the start of bar 15. Do that all again. And this time do the second ending, jump over to the second ending, so don't do the first ending parts, and it's similar. Now here's our change, piano. Here's the change, D to the D and F with that low G. And then that takes us to bar 27, which will be the start of the B section, and I'll do that in the next video. Okay, so have fun with that. Nice and slow, learn each bit at a time if this is exploring the fretboard just a little bit more than maybe what you've done before. So good luck with that.